lot. Kind of my thing. So yeah, cell phone apps are pretty dope too, just like comedy shows. I love audiobooks. Yeah, you guys familiar with audiobooks? Yeah, did you guys get the update on your iPhones a couple weeks ago? Where they had the new terms and conditions agreement? The big long legal documentation? And I just clicked like I agree on it. Because like, dude, come on, get real audiobooks. Like, I'm not even reading the fucking books. I'm not reading your legal documentation audiobooks on your fucking audience. Morgan Freeman would read it to me, I'd probably want to listen to it. I'd be like, oh my god. And then I'd be like, I agree. Like, you know, like I would just, that's my Morgan Freeman. It's 2 words. Fucking, I'm single, I'm trying to date, so I use another app. I use Bumble. If you guys don't know what Bumble is, it's like Tinder, but the girl has to message you first if you match. It's the Sadie Hawkins dance of dating apps is what it is. And it's weird because like on every other dating app that I've tried, a girl always says, if you want to talk to me, you better be creative. Don't just say hey. Don't say hey. Be creative and message me. You're laughing a little too much right now. I think you know this pain. You use those hands to swipe right. But no, they can say these things like you gotta be creative. Be creative. But then on their goddamn Bumble app profiles, what they say at the top is, they say, these are the creative profiles. Every header says, live, laugh, love, faith, family, and the Green Bay Packers. And green heart, yellow heart, you know, that's it. Now, I matched with a girl, we'll call her Kelsey for the joke's sake. Because you don't know if I made it up or not, so it doesn't matter. And she was so creative when she messaged me, I'll never forget it. The first thing she said to me was, hi. That's it. She said hi. And I said, hey, how's your day going? And she said, just started. And I was like, just started work with a question mark? And she said, yes. And I said, well, what do you do for a job? And she said, nanny. And I was like, well, I hope you're teaching those kids some fucking social skills because you're not using them on me, lady. God damn. She said, fuck you, you fat asshole, I don't want to talk to you anyways. And I was like, well, now we're getting somewhere. Like, more than one-word answers, you know, this is good stuff. So we are currently not in love. I've actually been blocked and reported. It's good stuff. I put my notebook backwards, that was stupid of me. It's hard to date because I'm kind of a little bit of a prick. I like to start arguments, I freak out in traffic a lot, I swear a lot, I yell a lot. My 8 is basically a normal person's like 12. I get angry, I get implosive too, and sometimes I do things to annoy people if they annoy me back. Like I was at a bar one night, I was drinking, I was eating a burger, and this was when vaping first came out, like when it was like a thing that you could still do it in all the Milwaukee bars. And this girl, she's vaping, she's like, oh my god, it's so good for you. It's fine to vape, it's good, it's better than cigarettes, it's not bad or anything. And she's like, you can even do cool tricks. And she blew it on the bar, and the vape plumed over my burger. And I waved at it like this, and I'm like that, kind of obnoxiously a little bit. And she seriously goes, hey, it's not dangerous, it's not bad for you or anything, so don't worry about it, it's not real smoke. And I said, yeah, well, that's, it was in your mouth and in your lungs and went on my burger, and that could be kind of gross. I didn't actually say that. What I said verbatim was I looked right at her and I went, boo, 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 wee. Well, she goes, that's really fucking annoying. I'm like, yeah, but it's not a real car alarm, so like, I don't see what the big deal is at all. We are also not in love right now. I can't put in a dating app that like my favorite thing right now is dad TV shows. I love watching a lot of dad TV. You know, those are like all those marathon shows that they play on like A&E and Discovery. And one of the ones I'm binging on is River Monsters with Jeremy Wade. Do any of you guys not know what River Monsters with Jeremy Wade is? It's he's a British angler. He's a professional angler. What he does is goes to all these third world countries where he catches gigantic fish that are potentially hazardous to the indigenous people because a lot of children and people are attacked because they have to do their laundry in like rivers and stuff, and they're like, oh my god, it's a monster. And Jeremy Wade goes and catches these gigantic, dangerous fish, and he shows them to the children, goes, it's not a monster, it's actually just a real-life animal that's attacking you. You don't have to be afraid, even though it's a gigantic, it's like an 8-foot muskie with like gigantic alligator teeth. And he goes, yeah, it's not dangerous, you don't have to be afraid of it, it's a real-life animal. And then he releases it right back into the water where they're doing their laundry. To put it in first world perspective, that's like if your rich Milwaukee mansion was on fire, and the fire chief came walking out with a piece of your drywall and it's burning, and he goes, it's not magic or anything, it's just fire. It's just fire, that's what's ruining your life and your worldly possessions. And so I helped, and then he throws it on top of your car. That's I don't know. This is what Jeremy Wade does. They always have like actors reenactments because these are third world countries. And they always have the people, they're so much prettier than the people that are actually being attacked. It's horrible. But it's like, you know why they do that kind of shit? It's because you don't believe ugly people no matter what they say. We're in a first world country, we can all laugh. We all got BMWs and hands hats. Like, we all know what it's like to be pretty. Yeah. I love the hat so much. I only want to talk about that now. But it's like if like okay, like ugly people, you don't want to believe them. You know, if they say like, oh my god, like my house is haunted, you're like, fuck off, loser. But like if like Scarlett Johansson came up to me dressed as Black Widow from the Marvel movies and was like, I think my house is haunted, I'm like, you know what, my uncle had a very similar situation, and I think that we should definitely get you out of that house, and you can stay at my place, it's definitely not haunted. Like, I don't even believe people if they're not good looking and they tell me they're a cashier at like Pick and Save. I'm like, that's a customer service job, they don't let you around people. Fuck your haunted house. You gotta be working in the back, dude. Like, I used to work in the back of a Pick and Save. I look like this, and you shouldn't even believe if I had that job. That's how true to life this is. I might not even watch River Monsters. You don't know. But my favorite shows, actually, I love the show Ghost Adventures with Zach Baggins. Zach Baggins is a damn near 40-year-old man who spikes the hair in a faux hawk when he dyes it black, so mine's cool and his isn't. And he tries to go find places that are haunted that no one's been to before. And my favorite episode, he investigated a haunted train car. Not a train car, like one train car. Because in 1943, a steam engine was traveling from New York to California, and it got derailed. And the steam actually steamed everybody in the car. Like a bunch of green giant frozen vegetables. Which is by far the most heart-healthy way to cook vegetables, but like it's not heart-healthy for humans to be steamed. It's heavy shit. They said among those people, there were 26 innocent people who lost their lives in this accident. 26 innocent people. And among them was a family of 5, a newly married couple with a baby on the way, a prison guard, and 2 prison inmates who were found guilty of murder. So like, it sounds tragic, but really only 24 innocent people died. Those last 2 guys were real goofballs, you know what I'm saying? In 1943, though, 24 innocent people lose their lives and, 2 shitheads die. That's a tragedy, but nowadays that's like a really successful drone strike. So next week, Zach Baggins will be investigating the haunted wedding crater, and looking forward to that. It's my personality, it's why I'm single, isn't it? Like, it's definitely it, but let's double down. I'm not good at peacocking, that's probably why I can't, talk to girls. You know what peacocking is? Peacocking is when a guy acts like a complete asshole in public to get the attention of a girl he wants to bang. And they call it peacocking because in nature, what a peacock does when it finds a mate is it puts hair gel in and then talks loud at the bar and wears affliction shirts. And everyone's like, man, I don't want anything to do with that guy. That guy's a dick. And then he gets laid and the rest of us just go to a pizza shuttle or something. Like, that's... The weirdest form of peacocking I've ever seen was at a place called Bremen Cafe, and it was right before an open mic. And what had happened was this guy, he doesn't drink or anything. He sat at the bar and whittled. He turned a big stick into a little stick. That's what he was doing, and a girl finally came up to him and, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh." Isn't it amazing how man can just take nature and machine it into something useful? Like if an attacker came through that door right now, I could make this stick into a spear and fight him off and defend everybody. It's like, hey, asshole, you don't gotta make a pointy stick, you already have a knife. Like, I don't know what to do with it. Like, whittling's not what you do to pick up girls, it's what you do in Boy Scouts when you're not wearing green shorts and being touched by your scout leader. Like, it's a passing the time activity. And I can't sit in a bar and do what I was great at in Boy Scouts. I can't sit in a bar and just start tying knots and not freak everyone out. I can't be like, oh, hey, this is a square knot. This is the knot of friendship. It makes a square. It joins two ropes together. That's why it's the symbolic rope of the Boy Scouts and friendship. And this here's a bowline hitch. You can tie a boat to a dock with it. It's very easy to get undone. And this is a slip knot. If I get your arm in this and you struggle, it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. So, like, my first date idea is, you want to go camping? Let's see. That's why I'm single right there. We found it. We definitely found it. That's the end of that whole chunk. Last year in Milwaukee, there was a walk to end Alzheimer's. And it was on September 18th. I know that because there was a sign up all summer and up until December 4th. That's right, they forgot to take down a sign about Alzheimer's awareness. That's not even like my joke. That just... Sometimes the city gives you one. I loved it. It was a great thing. But I was like, really, a walk to end Alzheimer's? Like, shouldn't it be like, I don't know, like a bike ride to end Alzheimer's? Because like, no one forgets how to ride a bike, you know? My dad loves that joke. It's because my dad has gotten into competitive bike riding recently. Like he wears the all spandex thing, he goes zipping down the road. He looks like a 57-year-old Avenger sponsored by Wheel and Sprocket. It's amazing. He's getting into good shape and stuff. And he actually did a bike ride for MS. And none of my family's ever had MS. We don't have any friends that have ever had MS. But he kept saying, support MS, you know. And I was like, dude, do you even know what MS is? And he goes, yeah, dude, just you gotta, you know, keep all the textbooks in the classrooms, you gotta keep wood shops open, and you gotta support the arts too. What the fuck do you think MS stands for? And he's like, dude, Milwaukee schools, bro, read a book. Like, you seem to think my dad's a real idiot. But here's the thing, like, he's a product of the Milwaukee school system, so... What are you gonna do? I also I love to play a video game called Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. People say children shouldn't be allowed to say it or play it because it's way too violent and realistic, which is complete bullshit. Grand Theft Auto is not realistic. You know what I did on Grand Theft Auto Online today? Walked into a strip club at 10 o'clock at night and paid $3 for a double tall whiskey. And that's what we're teaching our kids is real Grand Theft Auto? I don't think so. But you can't beat those goddamn drink prices, so I had 6 more of those and got in my armored car and sped through a red light past a cop. My character looks like me, so they might have gotten white privilege right. Like, I don't know. But get on the freeway, I do a 180, I hit a bunch of construction barrels, send them flying into the night sky, fired my pistol in the air, hit a guy in the head, flying a helicopter, dropped it out of the sky in the freeway. And that's what we're teaching our kids is realistic? The only thing realistic about that entire scenario is that construction site has made 0 progress in the past 4 years. Shouldn't be moms against violence that hate Grand Theft Auto. It should be dads who are union construction workers. Kimmy and Rue like, hey, son, you gotta go up to the video game and do something. Like, you gotta go to work and fucking do something. This thing's real as shit. He's like, I'm getting on my bike. I don't still live with my dad. All right, that's gonna be all the time I'm gonna do tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Give it up for Gaming Department.